Hello everybody, my name is Dratnos, and in today's video we're going to talk about what you need to do to prep for Dragonflight. The answer is not much. The expansion's going to come out, and then you'll be able to start doing the questing, and pretty much regardless of what you do now until then, it's not going to change too much. But if you, like me, enjoy taking an easy answer and turning it into a complicated spreadsheet of tasks to take care of, then this is the video for you. I'm going to go over the things that I'm doing, or have done, on all my characters to be prepped for the new expansion. So I've made a spreadsheet, and I will have a link in the description where you can go and make a copy of this for yourself if you'd like. And basically I've figured out some broad categories of things to do, and kind of arranged roughly within each category of descending order of importance, but there's some stuff on here that's extremely unimportant, and then there's stuff on here that's only slightly unimportant. And I'll just go through this and talk about all of these different things you can do now. Again, none of this is important, but you got nothing better to do this week anyways, unless you are weird and have friends or family to do Thanksgiving with, in which case, you wouldn't be watching this video anyways. So, first off, professions. Deciding on which professions your characters are going to be, and then either learning those professions. You don't even have to learn them now. You can't learn the Dragonflight professions yet anyways, and I think you can learn them once you get into the Waking Shores either way, but figuring it out, making it so that your character has the classic versions of those professions will make it easier to remember and take less time on day of. So I've switched around some of my professions, got everything figured out. Alchemy and engineering are the ones that, like, my characters that I'm most likely to main. Demon Hunter, Warrior, Death Knight, I've kind of focused on having those professions there. Engineering is always nice quality of life on a main character, wormholing around, that kind of stuff. And also, sometimes you get valuable items, especially in M+, that are useful. Alchemy also, there's some power level in the alchemy profession tree, and also just nice for extra length on flasks. So that's kind of why I've put that on more of my tanks that I'm likely to main tank next expansion, and also then I'll potentially move engineering also onto whichever character ends up being my main, as well as alchemy, and then swap over, blacksmithing or inscription or whatever to some other alt. And then I've put, herbalism, mining, skinning, that kind of stuff on my non-tank characters that are much less likely to be raiding characters. If there's a Mythic Plus character over here, it's likely to end up getting engineering as well for Mythic Plus. So that's my thought process with professions. Now, we've got some bind on pickup currencies that you want to spend before they go away, or in some cases they're not going to go away, but spend them now while you can remember. Attendance tokens of merit, those are the Season 4 currency. I spent these on Bottled Night Sky, which are 25 Genesis motes each for each token of merit. You can turn this in right next to the Great Vault person. And it's not very many Genesis motes per attendance token of merit, but then you can use those to make some protoform synthesis mounts if you have done that. So I've made myself like a little bee and a spider and stuff. So, do it that way you will. You can also buy a pouch of gold instead that gives you some gold. Not very much, but there's not too much else you can do with these tokens of merit. You can also buy yourself some sockets, socket your leveling gear. That's also a fine option if you aren't already fully socketed. Dinars and the heroic mythic upgrade tokens. If you've been doing faded raids on a character and you've been sitting on these, now is a good time to spend them. You can either, again, spend them on leveling gear, or you can spend them on transmog. Get yourself that Gavel of the First Arbiter transmog. It's important to note as well for transmog, you just need to be able to, like if it's a weapon, you just need to be able to equip it. You don't actually need to be really able to use it well. So, for instance, I got the Edge of Night transmog on a hunter because I had a dinar on my hunter, and I wanted the Edge of Night transmog just for my rogue. So that was my thought process there. And you can also use the heroic and mythic upgrade tokens also for cosmetics if you want, just for a cool heroic or mythic recolor. Stygia, if you have a character that is exalted with Death's Advance, there are Stygia purchasable Covenant-specific mounts in Korthia. So if you have a character that has at least like 4,000 Stygia, you swap between all 4 of the Covenants, go back to that vendor, the Death's Advance Quartermaster, and buy yourself all 4 of those mounts if you want. Otherwise, not too much else you could do with Stygia. You can turn it in at Venari as well if you have an abundance of Stygia, and you can turn it in for Venari Rep, and then you get Venari Paragon boxes, and there's a mount in there as well, I think. So another potential use for Stygia. Valor you can convert also by the Great Vault into like Elithium, and you can turn 12,000 Valor into 3,000 gold, which If you did nothing, it would turn into like 1,200 gold, I think, on season reset. So your mileage may vary. Conquest, I don't know. I don't have any conquest, but maybe there's something you can do with that too. BOA currencies. So these, instead of spending, I consolidated, which means I was going through all my characters and I just mailed them all to one character and got that all grouped up. Marks of Honor, sent that over, and then I went and unlocked some cool PvP appearances that looked good, and also got me some achievements for the different sets completing. Pet Battle Charms. I have like thousands of these on my account, actually, somehow, from the times that Pet Battle World quests have been important for grinding reputation. Sandworn Relics, sent them all over. Unlocked some transmog. Not particularly cool transmog. Not particularly useful gear. Whatever. Anima. So Anima, I checked each of my 4 covenants on each of my, I guess 12, I just made an Invoker as well, but 12 characters that did any Shadowlands content. You can buy 1,000 Anima BOA from the Ouroboros Flight Path. Sent all that Anima over to one character, and then kind of looked around, did some shopping, bought some stuff that I had the Grateful offerings for as well. So I made myself like this, let's see. There's a Venthyr. I got myself this Renown, Dread Sentinels, Crimson Battle Plate. Bought myself some mounts, that kind of stuff with all my Anima. I got some, just a bunch of random stuff. So that is something you can do with your Anima, or you could just store it all up, never use it. Or you could ignore it completely. You can also turn it in near the Great Vault again for some like trade goods, but I don't think you're gonna make too much gold per anima off of that or anything. Also consolidated all my gold, sent all my gold to one character, just left like 50,000 gold on each of my other characters, but just nice to have it kind of a bit more centralized so that it's easier to get access to. Okay, then consumables. So consumables, just setting up each character to have things that will be useful for leveling. Goblin glider kits, I think, are one of my favorite things to have for leveling. Obviously, we're going to get dragon riding fairly quick into Dragonflight, but still, goblin glider kits are just really, really nice to have. So I've set up each of my characters with 40 of those. Then let's see what else we got. We got flasks. I actually didn't get flasks on my characters, but I put this on this sheet because I assume other people would, but I can't be bothered to have old flasks. I just sold all mine, and I'll take that throughput loss to not have that bag space, but your opinion may differ from me on that. Food. So good food here is fried bonefish. That will give you a speed boost after killing an enemy. I think it's better than the bear tartare speed boost as well. You can also get a stat food, especially if you're on a weak character of some kind. Health pots. Obviously, health pots can be good. Combat pots. I don't have any of these on any of my characters, but if you want some kind of combat pot, speed pot, invis pot, damage pot, all can be good for leveling as well. Auto hammers in case you have to repair, in case something goes horribly wrong. Also this was kind of the thing where it's like, you know what? I just want all my characters to have auto hammers at max level, so let me just send them over now so that I'll remember. Gun shoes, actually really nice for leveling. These speed boost you. I don't know if they'll be enabled in all the Dragonflight zones. In Shadowlands, they worked in the Maw until like release day, and then they turned them off. They bricked them, so we'll see. Shimmer scale diving suits. This increases your swim speed. I found some in my rogue's inventory because I used to use them in Shrine of the Storm at the end. I was like, you know what? I'm going to give all my characters a stack of Shimmer Scale diving suits. Pet battle bandages. I split my 1,200 pet battle bandages up, sent 80 to each character on my account. And that way, if I ever am forced to do cringe pet battling for Reputation World Quests again, which maybe I will do this expansion, who knows, then I have the bandages in case something goes horribly wrong. Guild banners. So banners are available from the guild vendor if you are high enough rep with your guild. The Banner of Cooperation, the Standard of Unity, and the Battle Standard of Coordination. There's a weak aura here that I found as well that I will share too in the description that shows your group's cooldown on these. And it's you and anybody in your guild, in your group. Actually, just anybody in your guild. They don't even have to be in your group, it looks like. They get 15%, 10%, or 5% increased experience and reputation and honor gains. So you can use these for a little bit of experience and rep and honor. Experience is not really going to be the thing that you're gated by while leveling in Dragonflight. You want to finish the whole campaign anyways, is my understanding. So not a big deal by any stretch, but still something that you could grab if you wanted. And then you can also get a macro that just places them all in order. Places the best one that you currently have off cooldown. I'll put that also in the description. Gateway Control Shard, that is the using the Gateway for You item. I thought now was a good time to buy that on all my characters, keybind it on all my characters. Done. Character prep, speed gems. So there are 3 speed gems that you can get. They're all called straddling. Straddling. There's the Jewel Doublet, which gives you 13 speed for each Shadowlands gem you have socketed. Actually, a boatload of speed if you have a bunch of sockets. Viridium, 28 speed. And then Sage of Gate, which is only 19, and it's also not a Shadowlands gem, whereas Viridium, I believe... Actually, I'm not even sure if Viridium is either. I think it might be. I can't remember. Either way, you get any combination of these speed gems, whatever amount you like, and, you know, get a little bit more speed, move around at slightly faster move speed, or you can not bother. Dragon Isles Await. So this is actually a good thing to do, is Dragon Isles Await is the quest line where you just go and meet the Expedition crew and the Dark Talons, or whatever the Alliance versions are, the Obsidian Watchers. This quest line is actually not a pre-patch one. It is a Dragonflight campaign quest line, so you will want to do this, because otherwise, I guess literally a quest you could do now that otherwise you will have to do when Dragonflight actually comes out. That quest line up until the point where Khadgar shows up, and you talk to Khadgar and you see that cutscene. All of that you'll want to do. You don't have to do any of the Primal Storms pre-patch stuff. It's worth noting also that the Dragonflight begins with you taking either a Zeppelin or boat from Stormwind from right next to this place. They're, like, this person will be the Zeppelin master that has a timer that shows you when the next Zeppelin's showing up. So for these later ones of Hearthstone set and logged out in position, I'm going to set my Hearthstone in Orgrimmar, just on all my characters. I haven't done that yet, but I'm gonna. And logging out, I'm going to log out somewhere around here, probably. Probably not right on this tower, because maybe there'll be too many people there. It'll be laggy to come in, but log out somewhere like here, maybe. And be nice and close to where that will start. Okay, what else we got here? Reagent bag. So there's a reagent bag you get fairly early on from a side quest near Ruby Life Pools, apparently, which is in the first zone. But you can get the one for 5 of the Primordial Essence, if you want, from the pre-patch event. I did that on all my characters, because why not? Got nothing else to do. 252 in all slots, again, you can get this from the pre-patch event, so why not? Got nothing else to do. Cleared out your quest log. This scene's just go through, abandon all the quests that you don't care about anymore, keep only the quests that you want. For instance, the Horde needs Mithril Bars, the Horde needs Baked Salmon, very important quests to have. The Vials of Eternity, you know, pick some quests that you like, keep them in your log, get rid of the rest of them. Bag's fully cleared out. So yeah, my bag's now nice and clean. Just got my Hearthstones, my Battle Pet Bandages, my Gliders, my food, my Shimmer Scale Diving Suit, my Auto Hammer, Healing Pot Gun Shoes, a replacement belt. You never know when you're going to have an incident. Alchemist Stone for some transmutes, because this character was an alchemist back in the day, and I can't bear taking this out of the character. Last Relic of Argus, in case I need to teleport somewhere randomly. Falling Flame. Okay, this is actually, if you are really sweaty, you can grind yourself one of these, or try to. This drops from a Timeless Isle rare, and what you can do with this, I'm going to use one of my 32 charges for this video, is it'll just yeet you up in the air, and then you can combine this with a glider as well. And this lets you kind of go anywhere you want pretty effectively, so that works in Dragonflight leveling zones pretty sure as well, so a potent little effect if you can be bothered. It drops from, Cinder... You can look it up. It's called Falling Flame. Look it up on Wowhead, but it drops from a rare called Cinderfall in Timeless Isle. Obviously, Gateway Control Shard, and then the 3 banners. So that's my bags. Everything else cleaned about them. Set up your talents. Get some leveling talents that you like. Fix your UI and weak auras. An add-on to download is called Bug Sack and Bug Grabber. If you have those 2 add-ons, you get this little button here that will tell you if there are weak auras or add-ons that are causing bugs for you. Oftentimes, people just hide their bugs. They just hide the error notification and leave it, but then you're going to have performance issues often if you have some weak aura or some add-on that's just throwing a bunch of bugs in the background. So downloading this thing, very good idea. Make sure that you are not actually encountering that. Then Hearthstone set, logged out in position. I covered that earlier. Heirloom maps. So you can buy maps for each of the old zones that let you... I guess they're not technically heirlooms, they're toys. The scouting maps. And you can use these and discover all of the terrain and the flight paths of all the old expansions. I actually did this for my evoker because your evoker gets a reduced soar cooldown on continents where you have everything discovered. So obviously, doing all this is good if you ever want to randomly soar in old zones on your evoker. But also just, another nice thing to do on all your characters is get the map fully explored. They do cost like 10,000 gold each, but you can buy them from the heirloom vendor. These things, the scouting maps. So something you could do if you want. And finally, pick a transmog, a title, set your favorite mounts, go through, do some maintenance, delete your old transmog sets, delete your old item sets, whatever you want, any kind of prep like that you want to do to get your character ready aesthetically. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, creating a mountain out of a molehill. If you did, remember to hit like and subscribe and stuff. Looking forward to Dragonflight, hope you are too. Let me know what you think. Actually, probably don't. It's probably think I'm crazy, but if you want the spreadsheet, the description below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.